combination of leadership qualities and the spirit and soft skills of entrepreneurship will help you to create those new products you want to see, even the processes, and lead you to expanding those ideas that you have. Entrepreneurial leadership is defined as affecting and directing the performance of yourself or your employees towards achievement of your organizational objectives, and that's towards tangible, products or ideas that you want to sell for the purpose of meeting other needs. Okay, so in terms of team and self-leadership skills, a leader is someone who provides guidance, instruction. So as a person, as a youth, you have to be sure about your leadership qualities. Where you're lacking, again, mentorship is a great idea. Mentorship is a great idea. Seek others who have gone before you. Look for opportunities such as the Tony Elimulu Foundation, Opportunities Entrepreneurship Program. Key in, you have the opportunity to get mentored and eventually come out successful. 5 ways teams perform highly includes, attention to your results, having accountability, your commitment, your level of commitment cannot be overestimated. Constructive conflicts, make sure even when you have conflicts, they're constructive. Use them to your advantage, and this helps you build trust within your organization, trust for your brand, and in everything else. And basically, in summary, some of the qualities you need to have is passion, be confident, be positive. You need to plan, have a plan and stick to it. Be responsible, be motivated and humble even as you go chasing your dreams. Understand your team, embrace workers of all ages. You see that most youth these days want to only work with you. There's value in experience, there's value in someone who's gone before you, done it before you, where you can incorporate older knowledge. Please do. Provide appropriate resources, and communication at all levels is key. Make sure communication can never be too much. Okay, I think that with this, this pretty much is a call, okay, to make sure that we partner together to provide opportunities. There is a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurship. We find that even as we push through this program, there are many people who have no idea how to go about entrepreneurship, how to start. There is a ready program for you to just come in, plug and play. And I hope that working with members of this house, we will be able to pull together a really great partnership that spans this across all of Africa for the benefit of our women and youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam, for your presentation. I would like to call on Mr. Christopher Odezi to come back and have a seat, just in case during the question and answer segment we have questions for him. At this juncture, we are supposed to take question and answers before we go to the next presenters, but because of time, we will bring all the presentations together so that the question and answer segment will come last. In that case, I'll call on Ambassador Fatih Yunus Ibrahim, President Pan-African Women Global Network. She'll be speaking on self-esteem, public speaking, and etiquette. Madam, you have the floor.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Madam Speaker, permit me to stand on the existing protocol because of time. And I want to do something. I want to rearrange my paper presentation because I have very limited time, but I will try to do justice to what topics, because I have 3 topics to deal with. but I will try and see how I can do justice to it. So let me just go straight to I might have to leave out certain what I need to say. Well, first of all, I'd like to commend this ECOFEPA for putting this together, and also for inviting me. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God for making it possible for me to address this gathering, which is very important to me. And these topics that I'm giving is so dear to my heart that I talk about it every day, every minute of my life. So I'd like to start with a little introduction of this presentation that I have to make. Most people will not understand the synergy of etiquette, public speaking, and self-esteem to politicians, to entrepreneurs. This is very key. I think, with due respect to other speakers, I think this is a very important presentation, because without even the other presentations, if you do not have etiquette, you do not have good public speaking skills, you do not have self-esteem, there's no way you can ever succeed in politics and entrepreneurship. That's just for the introduction. Let me go straight to the point. Like I said, I'm arranging it. So I'm starting with etiquette. Etiquette is supposed to be the last, but it carries so much weight that I think I better start with it. What is etiquette? Most people do not even know what etiquette is. That is what I have realized in the past. Talking with so many group of people, they do not even know what etiquette is all about. They think etiquette is Western. It's not for Africa. When you start talking about etiquette, they look at you, where are you dropping from? You are not an African. What does etiquette mean? Simple. It is rules governing your lifestyle. It's those little habits, little courtesies that we overlook. Most people will think that, oh, it doesn't matter to just say thank you, to just say please, to say excuse me. These are little things that we overlook. And you know, the society makes it that when you do not apply this etiquette, that is why we have problem even in the society today. When I come to tell you the different types of etiquette, because we have different etiquette, and all over, there's no sector that you cannot apply etiquette. That is why I said etiquette is very key, because it gives you guideline how to conduct yourself in public. That is why there's a synergy between public speaking, self-esteem, and etiquette. There are so many courtesies for a good social interaction, because when you have these courtesies, you have good social interaction. I will not hurt the person next to me. I will not hurt the person at my left and right. You are courteous. You know, when you apply all that, and then the world will be a better place for all of us to live in. And it makes, what do you need? Why do we need etiquette? Why? Some people would ask that question. Why do I need etiquette? For what? I'm an African. We all do need etiquette for good moral interaction, like I had earlier mentioned, for protection of other person's feelings, and to provide personal security. We are battling with insecurity in Nigeria, Africa, all over the world. And when you talk anyhow, you wonder who is next to you. They can bundle you. So you have to be very careful what comes out of your mouth. Or you might even castigate the government. You might say, some of us are activists. We are ready to be locked up for saying the truth, always. But then, you have to be careful the words you use when you are talking to people, depending on where you are. Deeper understanding of local cultures. We all here in this room, Africa, we come from different cultures. ECOWAS countries all over are here for the parliamentary sittings. So their culture might differ from Nigerian culture. Even in Nigeria, as a matter of fact, we have different cultures. From the north, from the south, from the west. I'm a northerner. I might not understand the culture of a southerner, for example. And I have to study it and be careful so that I don't hurt that person by talking anyhow or saying things that will hurt that person. Then coming to different types of etiquette. I have to rush everything because, like I said, we don't have enough time. Number one, we have table and eating etiquette. So many people do not have manners. Well, there's no apology to that, because even at the higher hierarchy, where we have wanted to even give trainings to even our first ladies, both at the national and at the state level. We have given lecture to so many local government chairmen, wives that attended here. We gave them lectures on etiquette. We need to have some level of decorum. Carry ourselves with decorum and personality. When I come to talk about self-esteem, I will talk more of that. Personal appearance. It happens I'm a fashion designer. Appearance is very key to me. I have been in the fashion industry for over 3 decades. I pioneered the Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria, Abuja chapter. So appearance is very key. They address you the way you dress. When I come to quotes and tips, I will let you know that. When they see you dress anyhow, people will just rubbish you and talk to you anyhow. You have to carry yourself with that dignity and self-respect and be well dressed, not too loud, depending on the occasion you're going. I have given lectures on dress code, what to wear at a given time. If I would talk about personal appearance, it would take a longer time because that is my area. But let me come to the next one. There is the church and the mosque etiquette. You see, in church, you find out so many. I'm a Christian. In church, you find out that there's so many people do not have respect for God. While even in church, you are busy looking at the internet. Some women are even looking at their makeup in church. I don't know about mosque. I believe, yes, in mosque too, they will be busy. Some people are looking at their telephone. Maybe a call is coming in. It does happen everywhere, whether Christianity or Islam. It does happen. So, that is for church and mosque etiquette. Social etiquette. We have the social etiquette, which of course, we have a lot of issues. That's why I said there's a lot of problem in the society because of lack of etiquette. We have the wedding etiquette. If we are to talk about wedding, marriage, bedroom etiquette, all that, but I will leave all that. Rules for etiquette. We have rules for etiquette. We have the don'ts and do's. Always say thank you. I've said that. Do not be too loud. Don't be arrogant. Be a good listener. Respect one another. Speak with caution. Keep your body language very open. Then I come to say, what do women need? Because we are talking about women and youth. Economic empowerment, especially for women. Inclusion. Capacity building. self-development, social integration, and political awareness in Nigeria. Respect. Women need respect. Then coming to youth, capacity building, attend workshops, seminar, training, retraining, be teachable, be a mentee, get a role model that will mentor you. Self-development. Use the technology. Youths, you have the power in your hands. Use it. Good character, attitude, consistency, collaboration, networking, innovation, creativity. Think out of the box. We're in an era of creativity and innovation. I will not go into observation and all that. Let me run down the self-esteem quick, and the public. Self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Confidence. Unfortunately, my slide is not showing, and you are rushing me. I'm not happy about that. What is self-esteem? It's believing in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have confidence. You have to be competent wherever you are. Carry yourself with dignity and self-respect. We teach people how to walk, how to sit down, how to speak. All this. What do you need self-esteem for? People will say, what do you need self-esteem for? You need it so people can respect you. It gives you confidence to enable you to achieve greatness. It will give you an initial interpersonal contact to be a change you wish to see in the world, and fully led and make a difference. How do you develop your self-esteem? Know your strength and your weakness. Most people do not know their strength and their weaknesses. Attend workshops, seminars that will talk about self-esteem. Be true to yourself, your identity. So many people are hiding their identity because they have inferiority complex. Reading inspirational books and reading motivational books, reading about people's biography, that will enhance your self-esteem. Replace negative thinking with positive thinking. So many people are negative, especially at this time that so many things are happening. Be focused in life. Practice self-care. Take care of yourself. Eat good food. Exercise a lot so it gives you confidence. Get proper mentoring and coaching, like I have said. Then public speaking, the last one. What is public speaking? What we are doing here is public speaking. It's communicating effectively, which I believe all the speakers are communicating effectively, even though we are being rushed. But then I believe the little time that we have will make the impact, because I hate to be rushed when I need to speak something that I love doing. So I hope the little we have impact on you will make an impact to you. Delivering an address to a public audience, that's what we're doing. Why do you need? Okay, to create clarity and good communication, to earn respect, to effect and develop eye contact, to take your position in the society. So, now lastly, Mr. Chairman, I'm rounding up. Observation, what I have observed. If I do not say that, I will not be happy living here. The African society, cultural, religious education can limit the adoption of etiquette and self-esteem. I mentioned it somewhere. Women often are subservient to men and are not deemed fit to be fit from etiquette. You know the kind, what we have in Africa today. Women are not, they like to relegate women to the background in most cases. Denying the women their basic rights. A woman has the rights to every right a man has. There's no difference. That's why we're advocating for our 35% affirmative action, which Nigeria, Africa is a signatory to it, but they have not adopted it. Easy dismissal of etiquette has been foreign. Women-centered projects have been abandoned and no sustainability. Youth alienation, like one of the speakers said, he expected there should be so many youths here, but unfortunately, there are no youths. Youths are the leader of today, not tomorrow. They have the technology, they can do and undo. So, my neighbor is telling me we are young here anyway, so until now, the Beijing action I have mentioned it. Nevertheless, Nigeria is yet to attempt that. So, conclusion. We look forward to a better society in the whole continent, in the whole world, especially etiquette important to change the African narrative, and which will propel Africa into global competitiveness. Africa should wake up, please. We should wake up and stop being the slaves of the West. We have been slaves of the West for too long. Every human being should go back to God. Without God, we have nothing to. And lastly, again, as I said, recommendation, women and youth should be introduced to new technologies and entrepreneurial skills. Measures should be taken to build the self-esteem of women and youths and should be urgently implemented. Set up finishing schools. I'm challenging NGOs, civil societies, that they should set up, not only them, finishing schools, clubs to teach etiquette, public speaking, blah, blah, awareness campaigns, especially the youths and children, to catch them young. Civil society, I've mentioned this, should liaise with the MDAs and NOA to set up effective offices, units in their office to train their staff. Constituents should form groups that would checkmate their representatives and call them back to order. Honor and celebrate role models that have good characters and manners, instead of celebrating liars, criminals, looters, and psychopaths. Lastly, quotes and tips. Anyone desirous of being a thoroughbred lady or youth of impeccable standing in the society should be well-mannered. Please. The golden rule to social behavior is treat others as you would like to be treated. People address you. I have said that. Good, decent dressing gives you confidence. When I'm well dressed, I walk with my head up. Create your own style. Don't be copy. Carry yourself with dignity and self-esteem, especially my dear women. Looking good is a prerequisite to feeling good. Low esteem gives you inferiority complex. Women, know your worth. Get up, stand up for your rights. That is Bob Marley's song. Get up for your rights. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to have my time. Thank you very much, and God bless us, everyone.
Ambassador Fatih Yunis, I must apologize for, like you said, rushing you. But the resounding round of applause really shows that the little time you had got through to the listeners and participants. Please give her another resounding applause. Without wasting time, I'd like to go straight to the presentation of
your card, illuminate.
Honorable Ladi Ayi Ayamba, Treasurer of ECOFEPA. should be talking on nurturing and building a sustainable political career. Honorable, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, Madam Chairperson of ECOFEPA, colleague ECOFEPA members, colleague members of Parliament, participants, colleague speakers, all protocol observed. I thank you very much for the opportunity to share some, not all, of the way we can nurture ourselves and carry ourselves on in politics. Mr. Speaker, all others have said much that is desirous in being a politician, and for that matter, a woman in politics. I have been in politics for not less than 43 years. I started politics in 1979. I am a cadre of the revolution that was led by His Excellency late President Jerry John Rawlings. And I can assure you, the first and foremost thing that every girl or woman needs to be a politician is that you must be you. You must be you. Do not imitate. The last speaker just mentioned it. I am I cannot be you. What I want to do, I would look at it and ensure that I do it to the best. I would find all ways and learn to be able to do it the best way. And that is how every woman in politics should be. Do not listen. Do not look at others. Do not think you can be another person when you are in politics. No. You cannot be another person because you have your own dynamics. You were born in a particular way and you have a way of handling issues. You will need a mentor or a mentee. If you are a mentor, you need a mentee. A mentee needs a mentor. But then, the mentee should be ready to learn. You must be patient and tolerant. You have to. You must be ready to learn. You must be ready to take criticism. One of my mentors is Nana Konadu Ejuman Rawlings of Ghana, and my big sister, late Hawa Yakubu Ogede. And I can assure you, I have learned just one. She told me only one. May her soul rest in peace. She said, Laddie. And I said, sister, we can't be all in the same party. If you were in the same party with me, you would have been a minister. But you know what? Don't worry. Be where you are and I'll also be where I am. So that we'll see what happens. It has always been in my mind. By then I wasn't an MP. Today I have lost her. She's not the but I'm an MP. Because I listened to her. When Nana Konadu came and said women should stand up for their rights, women should work, there were women who didn't want to come out. Some of us came out. We have worked, we have participated, and we are where we are. My dear sisters, we need a lot. Apart from you, your interest, you must be interested in being a politician. You must be interested. Nobody can compel you to be a politician. If you are not interested, no matter what is done to you, you cannot be. Neither can you participate. You can't. Because you are not interested. It's simple. It's just like sending you to school. If you do not want to be in school, no matter how the teacher motivates you, you will not be ready to learn. Politics goes with interest. So you must be interested. Secondly, when I said I'm 43 years old in politics, people might be surprised and compare it to my age. I started my politics very early And I followed up. I went through all the rudiments. I never became fed up. I never became tired. And I never refused to learn. And all changes and challenges, I met them with courage. I met them with courage. In politics, nobody should deceive you that you must be someone who doesn't have the competence. You must be competent. If you are not competent, forget about it, because it's a game of numbers. It's a game where you really need to have a strategy. And you must have the confidence. You must have the confidence. Colleagues have already mentioned somewhere along the line, even the crowd you meet, you should know your dressing. There is some type of dressing when you meet, you dress that way. Forget about the Western world. I'm talking about Africa, especially. More to the point, our community, West African states. There are certain types of dressings when you dress and you are into politics. I can assure you, they'll sit and be listening to you, but they know what they have in their minds. And there are certain types of dressings that when you dress and you meet them, they know that yes, this is a potential. So watch your dressing. Watch your language. Your language. When I'm speaking to a younger one, I know how to speak. I'm speaking to a middle-aged person, I should know how to speak. An elderly person, I should know. A man, I should know. The class, you should know. Because in politics, there are groups and categories of people that you must meet. The culture, the values of every grouping, of every society, every association, every organization will inform how you will talk and what you will talk. Your language, this tongue, it can either make you go in or it will make you lose. So we've got to watch our language. You have to be a woman of substance, not a woman of saucepans. Be a woman of substance, not a woman of saucepans. When I say this, I am not telling you not to be a woman as you are supposed to be. Religion does not prevent you. I am a Muslim, and many people think that Muslims, it's very difficult for women to forge ahead. That is not true. You have to respect your religion. You have to follow your religion. But you have to let the religion and all those in it understand that the leadership you want to be in, or you are going into, or that you sought for, has nothing to destroy your religion. You must respect that. Your culture. Some of us, you may even be meeting an elder and then you want to brush and pass. No. As a woman, you've got to watch it. Colleague women, we need one another. We need one another. Let them understand that you are not coming in because you need any other thing, but because you want to support them, so that you all pick up the issues of women and strive to develop. If you do these few things for the first time, before you go out there, then you will be making your first stride. Men are not our enemies. Let us be careful. Some people make it look like we are coming in to take the positions of men. No, we are not coming in to take positions of men. We are coming in to support them. And so we need their support, and men are always ready to support us. So we need to work to encourage them to support us. We need to do that. Don't relax in learning. Education is key. Education is key. And even when you are in the excuse my language, even when you are on the toilet, you can still be reading something. And don't be surprised what you learn from it. And don't think that your junior brother or junior sister cannot teach you. Listen, and you would learn. In 1977, when I was to go to teacher training college, my father told me that, lad, you are my only daughter, go and marry. I wept the whole night. I didn't know that my mother was a revolutionary. May her soul rest in peace. When we went in, she told me, lad, you know what? You would go to college, don't worry. All the boys have gone. You alone, you should go and marry. No. And I said, mother, what can I do? She said, tomorrow morning, wake up, go and greet your father and tell him that, oh, schools have already opened. You go to school. Immediately you come back. You are going straight to go and greet the man that he wants you to marry. I said, ma, thank you very much. The following morning, I woke my father from sleep, greeted him. When I told him this, he said, hey, that's why we say that education is important. You see how wise she is? Yes, so when are you going? I said, oh, others have already gone. Okay, come and bring this, my box. I brought the box, and he gave me BF soap and what have you, and said, go, when you come back, then you can go and say hello to the husband. Look at my mother at that time in 1977. I didn't know she could do these things. My dear ones, catch it early. Catch it early. Do not think that you are too young. Look for any. We have had somebody here who has even told us that you can use their place to even do a startup. Some of us are there. We may be far, but still we can support. We can ensure that we help you. It's never late in anything. You are neither too young nor too old. You are neither too young nor too old. Perseverance should be your weapon. You must persevere. You must be ready to work at it. The other thing is that people think that when you are a politician or a woman involved in politics or in higher level, you cannot get married. So our parents use it to even push us down. I don't want you to go and then you can't have a husband or you can't have children. Who told you that? Why can't you marry? What has it got to do? You must work at it and you must get married and have children and continue to be a politician. There is nothing wrong with that. My dear sisters, last but not the least, some of you are here and I want to tell you something. You should know, coming here alone is an achievement. Coming here is an achievement. Don't play out. In politics, always work hard to remain. Don't work to go out because you are an achiever. My dear sisters, last but not the least, nobody would come and make you a politician. You have to make yourself a politician. You will have to come up. You will have to set it up. You would have to help us to bring that change that ECOFEPA is bringing on board and that ECOFEPA has sought to, because it's a difficult world. We shouldn't allow it to continue to be a man's world in politics. Let us also ensure that it's a woman's world. I thank you very much. I wish us the best. And I hope that by the time that I will retire politics and then I go somewhere to be looking for my small TZ, some of you would say that that woman said it. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Please give her another resounding round of applause. You know, while she was speaking, something came to my mind. And I want to believe that in a few years from now, many people here gathered here today will come back here as MPs. Will not just come back here as MPs, they would also lead this parliament. It's a prophecy. I'd like you to put your hands together for me. All right. We'll be taking the last presentation. I'd like to apologize to Dr. Enopraise. When I introduced him earlier, I introduced him as a woman. But as you can see, he's a very fine gentleman. Dr. Enopraise will be speaking on utilizing digital skills for personal branding. Dr. Enopraise, you can take the floor.
Please, let's put our hands together for ourselves again. Well, if it's that's how you're going to celebrate yourself, it's very okay. But if I'm celebrating, it's going to be better than that. Celebrate yourself. Come on, you might need to stand up and celebrate yourself today. You might just need to stand up and celebrate yourself. Nobody will celebrate you if you don't celebrate yourselves. Come on, come on. Are you still seated? Celebrate yourselves for being here. Celebrate yourself for the achievement so far. Celebrate yourself for the hurdles you have passed through to get to where you are today. Come on, celebrate yourselves. Don't you feel good? Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Honorary Speaker, my fellow speakers, I don't intend to take much of your time, but I'm here to just talk about personal branding, personal leadership, personal branding, you know, different things. Okay. Are we ready? So I'll be speaking on utilizing digital skills for personal branding. The speakers have talked about a lot about etiquette, building yourself, self-confidence, and all of that. But most importantly is your self-esteem, your brand. You do not dress like a suspect and expect people to take you like a prospect. I'm going to say that again. You do not dress like a suspect. You know who a suspect is, and expect to be taken as a prospect. We've always heard the word dress to be addressed. So if you dress like a criminal, you'll be addressed like a criminal. Your brand says a lot about you. A whole lot. When people see you, they already have a perception about you. It's something I call the 9/11 rule. When people meet you, in 9 seconds they have 11 impressions about you. I'm sure you're wondering, how does that happen? It's a subconscious thing, but if you put yourself together, you'll be able to calculate it, that in 11 seconds, 9 impressions. I'm doing all of this because I'm waiting for my presentation to go up. So people would either think if you're clean or you're dirty or you're friendly or you're well-mannered in 11 seconds. One of the speakers, Madam Ibrahim Fati, spoke about etiquette. It is unethical for you to come to an event like this and you have your phone ringing out. Very unethical. It shows that you're not ready to be a leader. Pardon me. But that's what it is. There are times we just need to speak the hard truth to ourselves. If you own a company and then there's somebody that comes into the general meeting and the phone is ringing, how will you feel? How would you feel? So it's the same thing. It cuts across board. What you don't want others to do to you, don't do to others. Technical guys. Yeah, I might need them to see it. Let me have the other laptop, so I'll just continue while you try to fix that. All right, so I'm talking about personal branding, basically. So let's go. So first of all, the question has always been, who is this guy? Who is Enoch Praise? People see me and they wonder because, first of all, you can never catch me dressed down. Irrespective of the situation, you can never catch me dressed down. It is something I've learned over the years and something that has grown with me. And then my friends would say, he's a brand strategist. Some would say, he's a personal brand strategist. Some would say he's an executive presence coach. Some call him names. And well, I'm a brand strategist, a CX strategist, a global business summit convener, an author, trainer, speaker, world peace ambassador. I'm also a director of project and also royal advisor for African World Business Center under the private office of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Faisal Al Qasimi of the UAE, and also an international partner with WBAF. First of all, people ask me, what do you do? Now you need to listen to this very carefully. With a personable approach and personal inspiration, I help business professionals create executive presence, image and style that helps them attract opportunities in 90 days or less. Was that too fast? That was the essence. So I'm going to say that again. With a personable approach and personal inspiration, I help business professionals create executive presence, image and style that helps them attract opportunities in 90 days or less. So in 3 months, I can help you build your image for you to get opportunities. Does that make sense? I also help corporations succeed via customer experience activation, workforce activation, image makeover, and personal mastery. So the first question to you is, who are you? If I should get a volunteer and ask, who are you? The first thing I'm going to hear is, my name is. Right? That's not who you are. You're not your name. What's your personality? When people see you, they don't see your name. Do they see your name? They see your personality. Your personality is who you are. So who are you? What do you do? Or what would you like to do? Those are the questions people ask. People don't ask your name. They ask who you are and what you do. So that's the first task to you today. Who are you? You can write it down. Maybe when you go home you can answer that. Who are you? And what do you do? So what is personal branding? I need this to come up because there are certain pictures I want us to see. So if I mention Aliko Dangote, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Come on, talk back to me. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Huh? What? Money? Wealth? What again? Business? Entrepreneurship? Great. So when I mention Steve Jobs, what comes to your mind? When I mention Steve Jobs, what comes to your mind? What? Apple, right? When I mention Kim Kardashian, what comes to your mind? Great, great, great. When I mention JJ Okocha, what comes to your mind? When I mention Tiger Woods, what comes to your mind? When I mention Ronaldo, what comes to your mind? Football, right? When I mention Michael Jordan, what comes to your mind? When they mention your name, what comes to people's mind? What comes to people's mind when they mention your name? So it's good enough to know all these names and what is synonymous to their names, but when your name is mentioned, what comes up to people's mind? You see, someone already knows what comes to people's mind when they mention her name. So ask yourself, when they mention my name, what comes to people's mind? Okay, great. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, so when they mention Gordon Ramsay, what comes to the mind? What? Food. We talked about a lot about learning here. Only few people know who Ramsey is. See, you need to learn. When they mention Guy Kawasi, what comes to mind? What? Rich dad, poor dad. Okay. Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow. Nobody knows. My cousin asked me a question a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him a question, and he said he doesn't know. And I said, do you have a mobile phone? And he said yes. I said, do you have internet? And he said yes. I said, the shortest span to any answer in the world is your phone. 5 seconds, you have the answer. Do you have Google on your phone? It's easy. Steve Jobs, I mentioned Steve Jobs, Kim Kardashian, Derek Jeter, what comes to mind? You're thinking, you see? Mark Zuckerberg, what comes to mind? Taylor Swift, what comes to mind? Brian Solis, what comes to mind? Nobody can remember. Okay, so personal branding, right? It's a powerful, clear, positive idea that comes to mind when people think of you. I asked that earlier. When people call your name, what comes to their mind? It is what you stand for: values, abilities, actions. A broadcast message about your character and performance. Tell your audience, okay, 3 things about who I am. I already told you who I am, what I do, and how I do it, right? Why is it important? More of the right kind of clients, increased earning potentials. When your personal brand is impeccable, you earn more because people tend to talk to you more. People tend to respect you. For instance, Elon Musk. Everybody wants to buy from Elon Musk. Why? Because of his brand. Yeah. I am. I've been asked to round up. Okay, so I won't go much, but listen to this. So introduce yourself verbally, visually, and in writing. Like I said earlier, it's simple. Personal brand is about who you are, what people see, the perception they have about you. And there's something I like teaching people. Whether you're a broadcaster, or a teacher, or you're a speaker, whatever you are, you should have a 30 seconds rule of introducing yourself. All right? So I'll just go back, because I need to round up. I need to go back to this. This is what I said earlier. With a personable approach and personal inspiration, I help business professionals create executive presence, image, and style that help them attract opportunities in 90 days or less. Now, whatever field you are in, if you cannot introduce yourself in less than 30 seconds, then you're not ready for business. So, for instance, you meet Tony Elumelu in the elevator, and you have just 30 seconds to tell him what you do. And then you go, sir, my name is Enopres. I'm from the South. 30 seconds is gone. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So how would you sell yourself in less than 30 seconds? It's a tax. And it starts now. So it's not about telling them your name and where you're from and where you schooled and all of that. It's about selling a product called you. You are the product. If you cannot sell you, then you cannot sell anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Eno. We'll be rounding off quickly. Would take just 3 questions. If you have more than 3 questions, you may want to meet the presenters after the program outside. You can ask them individually, but for this hall, we'll just take just 3 of the questions and concerns, and then they will give us the responses. But while we do that, would also like to do the raffle draw simultaneously, just so that we can meet up with time. So I'll be calling on Honorable Sedame. So while the question and answer segment is going on, she will be picking the tickets so that we can get the winners immediately. Then I would also like to announce that the people who donated this, the laptops, would want the winners to be the participants, the guests. So if you are a staff of the parliament, if you're an ad hoc staff, or you're a member of the press, if you have your ticket there, we may just keep, because the laptops are dedicated to the special guest. Thank you very much. So I'll call on Honorable Sedame to start picking the tickets so that we can get the winners. So while she's doing that, I'd like to take 3 questions, just 3. I would take the 3 questions just from this angle. So if you know you have a question, you raise up your hand, and for the purpose of gender, I'll take 3 questions from only ladies. So you roll out your question, but you have to direct it to the presenter you want the answer to come from.
No question and answer again. Go on this raffle drum and let them go. Even when we are tired already.
Okay, unfortunately, we'll have to skip the question and answer segment. You would.
Now, may we see? 62.
She will stand up and come and collect it if she falls down.
Which laptop is 150? She's always saying how much is laptop now? 150, 200. I say which one?
Laptop. This one will go to 300.
All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am number 74. By the rules, I'm entitled to it, but I'm going to donate it to a female. Abilo community. So where's Olivia? Where's Olivia? Where's Olivia? Is that her? Olivia. It has to be given to someone. What? Gold. Oh, the name is actually Gold. Gold. Okay. So Gold, come get the number. Gold. Come get it.
You have four more to go. This 16. Last one. Last. Madam Blessing. That's the last. Yes. Yes. No, after this, the next one is the last.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, one more information. Please, as much as she said, make use of it. Do not sell it. Winners, do not sell it. Make use of it. Do not sell it.
While the presentation is going on, I'd like to call on Honorable Agbandao Kunong to come and give the vote of thanks.
Merci beaucoup. Allô?
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup de l'honneur que vous me faites en ce jour, en cette journée spéciale.
Done made on this special
Madame,
day.
La quatrième vice-présidente du Parlement
Fourth
de la
Deputy
CEDEAO, représentant le
Speaker
président.
of ECOWAS Parliament, representing
Madame la
Honorable Speaker
présidente
Tunis,
de ECOFEPA.
Madam Chair of ECOFEPA,
Madame la présidente de ECOFEPA. Mesdames et messieurs les présentateurs.
distinguished presenters,
Non, on dit que le temps passe, les gens sont impatients. Les gens sont impatients de finir de clôturer. C'est pas moi?
Please, you can take your seats now so that we can close the program. Please take your seats so that we can close the program.
Don't worry, we'll get ours across to her.
I think this.
Three?
Who donated it?
Let me collect Madam's number.
Okay, because they are the technology.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Merci.
Thank you. Thank you.
Je voudrais, au nom de ECOFEPA,
On behalf of ECOFEPA,
dire un sincère merci
I would like to express
Madame la
sincere
Présidente,
gratitude
du Parlement qui a
to
représenté, Madame la quatrième
the
vice-présidente
fourth
qui a
deputy
représenté le
speaker,
président du Parlement
representing
de
the
la
honorable
CEDEAO,
speaker of ECOWAS Parliament,
et au nom de
on
la présidente de
behalf of the
ECOFEPA,
chairperson of ECOFEPA, I would like to thank all participants and all presenters here present for all the wise counsel they have shared. I believe that it has been a very fruitful day, and we hope that our young brothers and sisters who have just got the laptops, a precious instrument for research, will find it extremely useful so that they can do the appropriate research, and tomorrow they can become future parliamentarians, and for that matter, president of ECOWAS, as somebody said. Once again, I would like to wish you a safe journey back home, and I look forward to seeing you at the next time for further discussions on what has been said today and what you have done with it. I thank you.
Obrigado, deputado.
Thank you, Honorable Amandao. First, we would like to thank ECOFEPA, and particularly for this exchange between the youth and the MPs. We would like to thank the chairperson of ECOFEPA, as well as the representative of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would like to thank Aminata Aidara, Dr. Aishatu, Dr. Christian, Karim, Fatih, and all these persons who took the floor today on empowerment of women and youth. You are the ones that will continue this battle when we hand over to you. In 1974, I was in Ghana. In 1954, I was there in the days of Dr. Nkrumah. We were prepared for the liberation struggle in our countries. We are militants. And after that, we moved into politics. But we did not go to school. You all know that it was difficult for us to go to school. But since independence, we were able to move into politics. We have been administrators, governors. Even I have been Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of my country. I have been the Minister of Interior as well, and I have held other ministerial positions. And in the same way, you also can be President of the Republic. You can be Prime Minister. All you need to do is struggle to achieve this. You have to fight to get there. Women, you have to fight. Youth, you have to fight. No, nobody is going to offer it to you on a platter of gold. You have to fight to get it. And this is what I wish to say to you. Those who have spoken here have said a lot to sensitize you. I am very happy. This activity by ECOFEPA is something for which we want to thank you, and to thank those who financed it as well as the organizers. We also want to thank the ECOWAS Parliament for doing everything to make it possible for us to be here today, to have this interaction with our youth, with our children. Thank you very much. We have now come to the end of this session. We shall now continue with our work as Parliament. Thank you.
Agora vamos convidar.
Now let's go on to item 2 on the agenda, on the order paper. That is Forum of West African Tax Administrations, WATAF. So the floor is yours. You are invited to take the floor. Forum of West African Tax Administrations.
Então,
looks like the Forum of West African Tax Administration is not present. Madam Speaker, thank you very much. Madam Speaker, today is Saturday, it's 3 p.m. and we've been in the room. The MPs are gone and the topic we want to discuss is very important. So I'm suggesting either we rise and then come back about 1 hour, or we do that on Monday because everybody is tired. And then people have to have their lunch. But if you insist, we can have our lunch and come back. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Bidan. As you are aware, today is Saturday, of course. It's working day for us. Tomorrow there's no work. Monday we're going into committees, standing committees. We will have to be presenting their report. That's why we have to make an effort. So your suggestions you have put forward, we will see how to handle them. So let's wait a short while for people to walk out, and then Monday. Okay, so Madam Speaker, let's have our lunch and come back.
Find them at the point. Thank you.
Senhor deputados, por favor.
Honorable MPs, please. Honorable MPs, please. Honorable MPs, let's take 1 hour for lunch and then we come back. And then we go on to the second part of our order paper. So just 1 hour for lunch and then we come back to continue. Thank you. Everybody in agreement? So don't forget 1 hour for lunch.
6 horas. 6 horas e 4 horas, não? Vamos.
So 4 p.m. we shall be back in here. 4 p.m. 4 p.m.
Sim, não é na Baía Almoça. Moro, não na Baía que passa. É que a gente está falando só por Baía que. Desde que furta.